Okay, you're still going around. I want you all to look at the handout and give me some of the questions. Okay, tell me some of the questions that you have that are just burning on how to go after it. Last week, I did the ask, and I got a corporation who gave me $5,000 for an event. I asked them for $20,000 this time. Okay, I promised them a demographic. My sponsorship levels were so great until they came to the event last year and they kept knocking on my door. Can I get with you? Can I get with you? Can I get with you? Okay? And so they gave me $20,000 for this year. And you do want to increase your giving. Okay? And that can be with in-kind, which has value, or it can be cash, or a combination thereof. All right? So, I'm all open for questions. Yes, sir.
What are some of the events in Dallas that you might know of that you might suggest to us, where you say for your email, you need that face-to-face time, and so there's things that go on throughout the year, and where you meet these people and you build these relationships. Are there some that you can recommend off the top of your head?
Well,
or?
I'm going to tell you something. What I would do is I would look at, first of all, go to DallasCityHall.com. That is our website for the City of Dallas. Or visit the Dallas Convention and Visitors Bureau, okay? And see where there's charitable things going on, okay? See how you can network your way into those things. And it could be that you get a ticket to go to the banquet, okay? Especially those that are held during the day. They're the best because the corporate people come out and you have an opportunity to snooze, okay? And a lot of them get there early and stay later afterwards, all right? And you get hold of those, I'm going to tell you what I do. I go to banquets and I get me about 5 or 6 of those souvenir booklets, okay? Now, that doesn't mean that Walmart won't, just because they gave the gate, it won't give to you, okay? Walmart knows that our communities are diverse and they want to be shown as being respectful and, you know, giving to the community, okay? The community's not black and white. The community's not black, white, and Hispanic. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So you are consumers of their goods and services. And yes, they want to be in a position where they give back. Okay? So that's the kind of events I would go to. And somebody gets there, and, I mean, if you read something and it tells you, well, the Dallas Mavericks are going to be there, and Trammell Crow Jr., or, you know, or their corporation, you know, get in the mix, okay? Collect cards, collect information. Go to those daytime banquets, okay? Or award ceremonies, okay? And find out what companies supported that initiative. And then, because everybody wants to, you know, like, oh yes, you know, they want to, because see, at the end of the year, they do an annual report. And trust me, we have been in a number of annual reports, okay? Anyone else? Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Question. You talk about demographics, important to report later on. They want to know numbers. Like, for instance, you said you had so many people attend your event. How do you know that? How can you
build a demographic into something?
How do you know how many people attended that event?
Oh.
I've had events there from some other nonprofit.
Oh, there's a lot of ways to do that. You can do the thing like the Park Service does, the National Park Service. I use the fire department and the police, okay? Because I always have a security plan with my event. And for those of you who don't have a security plan with your event, you're playing Russian roulette, okay? And then they tell me. And then if I have a sign in, then I can look at that and I can balance the two, you know, kind of say, okay, this is what the sign in said. I may not have captured everybody that walked through the door, they may not have a sign in. Then I can get some inference from the police or the fire department.
So the fire
or
department
it could be, in some
everybody?
instances with the Mayor's Back to School Fair, we have the clickers. And as people come in
so you only have one
and
entrance?
go out, we have several people. They're clicking the in and they're clicking the outs.
Oh, okay. Then you can kind of get an idea.
Yeah, and then sometimes you have to build a demographic, okay? Like I met with a young man the other day. He said, I want to meet with you, Ms. Davis. I've got a company I'm working for, and they're looking to get into a certain market, and we've got thousands. We want to do some things. The only one is seniors, okay? And I told him, I'll build a demographic into anything you give me, okay? So that's what I did for him. And then I made the proper introductions for him, and you know, he was very appreciative. Any other questions? I don't feel like yeah, my ass but it's gonna be a dumb one. Everybody, nothing's dumb, okay? Nothing. Ask me, okay? Yes, ma'am.
Your staff, I mean, do you have, how many people do you have working with you? to do these events?
How many people you looking at right now?
Right now, well, I know.
Okay.
How do you do that?
I'm
Oh
a
my
big
gosh.
lady, but I'm one person, okay? You looking at me,
That's crazy.
okay? No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's a
You
lot of
can. You
work.
would be surprised if you have passion, compassion, what you can do. I have a good work ethic first and foremost. I love what I do. I would be doing it if they didn't pay me. Okay?
Yeah.
I come from humble beginnings, and I'm always there to help somebody. All right? That's what my late mother taught me.
Can I shadow you for a week?
Oh, honey, I don't think you can keep up. Okay? Because, see, I do that Jerry Maguire thing. I jump on the table. Show me the money, okay?
Hey, Gaitha, are you at a point now where you can pretty much pick up the phone for media contacts, or do you still have to write those news press releases?
Media advisors, press releases, yeah.
You do a lot of
You
those?
know, I
things, or
can
you
pick up the
call
phone and
folks,
call
or-
people, but I usually try to do it through what we have in our office, in our city government, is we have an office called Public Information. Now they kind of changed their name to Marketing and Media Relations. And so, you know, but I got those contacts, and see, when they send it out, there's a service that you can buy into where your information goes everywhere, okay? And so, excuse me, but like I'll call up so-and-so and I'll say, hey, Jim Washington, he's a publisher of the Dallas Weekly. So if I'm doing something, you know, African Americans, that's my target audience. Jim, baby, what's it going to take for me to get on that cover, okay? What's it going to take for me to do a story on the inside, all right? And you know I'm about some ad space, but I got to have these things too, so we're bartering, okay? Because Jim wants something and I want something too. So we start talking, all right? And, you know, you got to do the same thing, okay? Remember, we're all consumers of goods and services. And, you know, when you start in a sales position, people say, who does your hair? Who does your nails? Who does your yard? You know, you got all these people you can go to, okay? Anything else?
How do you handle stuff like insurance and things like that at events? You know?
There's
Just be
companies that you can Google on the internet that do that kind of thing, you know. Because some people require that you have, and the city's self-indemnified, okay? But when I do special events, you know, with a large audience, I will go ahead and have that company to take care of the rider, okay, for the liability. All right, $1 million, no less.
Speaking of budgets, what was your budget the first time you did that school fair? And how?
Baby, wasn't no budget. 3,000 people served on all them donations. It was phone time, okay? Hello, 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 you know. No, somebody knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody, and it just replicated all the way through, and it got us all those pencils and pens and backpacks and everything else.
What about the utilities for the building and all that?
Utilities for the building, of course, anybody can tell you that because, you know, like for instance, we have centralized way to take care of our climate control, and so, you know, they were able to tell me at Fair Park, the 75,000 square foot building, it cost us $1,800. I'm not just throwing out something. And so that's what you'll have to pay, Gabe, for this, the utility cost, okay? And what you have to do is work with people, okay? Don't go in looking like $1 million asking for $1 million, okay? Because I'm going to tell you something. I had a man not too long ago, he came back and he told me, I helped him to start his nonprofit group and got him through that process. And so he came back and he said, well, Miss Gaitha, I still need your help, okay, a year later. And he drove a Rolls Royce.
Wow.
And he had diamonds and gold all over the place. And, you know, there was one of the agencies that I'd asked to help him. I said, well, he's got more than, you know, we got. And, you know, I don't know why he needs our help. You know, because people will judge you, okay? You know, so you have to be very careful. You know, when you're doing the ask, you've got to keep that attention on the need at hand, okay? Don't let